So, okay.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself.
Oh, okay, I'm starting. Well, my name is Sam, and I am in the 5th grade at Terralinda Elementary. I plan to hopefully go to health and science in middle school. And I like lots of sports. I like kayaking, rock climbing, track, football. My favorite subject in school is probably reading. I'm one of the best in my grade.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you read the levels above your grade?
Yeah.
What's your favorite book?
I don't really have a favorite book.
Do you have a series you liked?
Well, I like the Percy Jackson Heroes of Olympus series, the new one. I have Ewing sarcoma. I've had it both years.
Mm-hmm. And so, when did this start? How did the symptoms?
Well, it started a long time ago in like 3rd grade. Before 3rd grade actually started, like the last week of summer break, my left leg got all scratched up, and so Mom checked it out, and it just seemed like bigger than the other one. So we checked it out, and the doctor, and he said you should have an MRI, and so we had an MRI. And a week later, we got the news that it was cancer.
Like diagnosed to like now, like what have been like your toughest like struggles?
I think it was the amputation and maybe the infection that delayed it, and then I think just getting it again, you know.
So do you want to explain, in 3rd grade you had to get what amputated?
On my left leg.
Do you want me to tell that part?
Yeah.
So his first tumor, it's a bone cancer, and his first tumor was in his fibula, his left fibula. That's the small bone in the lower leg. And the doctors said, this looks like we can remove it. You don't really need your fibula. So they would take it out, and after chemotherapy, and Sam would be good to go. And so that was the plan. They went in and did the surgery, and a week later determined that they didn't get all the cancer. So then we had to go to Plan B. Amputation was never a discussion from the beginning, but since surgery didn't go well, they needed to talk about amputation. I think what helped Sam turn around, though, was when he started to talk about it. This is obviously before the surgery. I found an inspirational video of a sprinter, Marlon Shirley, and he's a below-knee amputation and really, really fast. And so I showed that to Sam, and all of a sudden he was inspired and starting to tell all his friends that when he gets his leg amputated, he's going to beat them all. So that really helped Sam, and he's been an amazing, he's just been amazing in adapting to losing his leg.
And so it came back recently in your right foot,
Yeah, in my right foot.
and so you got a few toes taken off?
Yeah, I got 2 toes, the big toe and the one next to it.
And so hopefully after we go through this chemo, then we go back and check, and hopefully it's gone?
Yeah, well, we had surgery and it was close margins.
Oh, okay.
Some say it was clean, but some say it was close. So we're gonna go to Houston and have radiation on it. Actually, we haven't decided.
Good.
At this point, there's no sign of cancer in Sam's body. But you have to do chemotherapy, and you have to just be really, really careful so that it doesn't come back. So that's what we're battling right now.
Okay, so do you want to talk about like Cram the Stands? Like, how does it feel to be like the ambassador for?
Well, I just feel like I have so much attention centered on me.
Do you like it or do you not?
I don't really like it, but you know, it's for a really good cause, and I would always, you know, trade uncomfortableness for a good cause. You know?
You want to talk about the shirt and kind of like the aspects of it?
I chose like the dog because he looks like my dog, Oliver. and I got Oliver early on in this time, so
We got,
now it's my first dog.
when Sam was diagnosed for the second time, we decided to get him a dog as a comfort companion. He had wanted a dog all summer and I kept saying no. And so finally, when he was diagnosed, I told my husband, we're gonna get Sam a dog. And so he's been perfect. Oliver's just a great addition to the family.
And then we gave him, blue and orange, which are some of my two favorite colors.
And what was the 58?
What?
The 58.
Oh yeah, 58. The year before I was diagnosed the first time, a man named Mark Herzlich was diagnosed with cancer, and he had in the fibula, and he had a metal rod placed in his leg. And the next year, he actually went on to get into the NFL, and his number on the New York Giants is number 58.
What about the positive experiences?
My school raised over $30,000 for Dornbecker, and then last year we raised about $12,000, and then this year at the in my honor also during the Dragon Slayer was raised over $5,000. So
That was $10,000 raised for the Northwest Sarcoma Foundation to go to research for
Oh, cool.
sarcoma cancers.
and our team
And Sam's team got the biggest, won 2 awards for the biggest team and the most money raised.
yeah.
So when we send our money to Dornbeckers, we get to choose what we want it to go towards.
Oh, yeah.
And so it'd be cool if we did something for the research of Ewing sarcoma or something like that in your honor.
We're gonna do the best we can to raise as much money as possible in honor of you, Sam.
Yeah, I never, before having to deal with cancer, never had the appreciation for research that I do now. It's huge. It's so important to support research. You gotta find cures for these kids.
What other positive experiences, like the guy at Nike that you got to meet?
Oh yeah, Oscar Pistorius.
Oh, that-
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He's a double amputee, and he was in the Olympics this year. Yeah, South Africa. And I got to meet him, and then twice the first. And so, the first time I met him, we just kind of ran around in the Nike track. And then the second time, when I was diagnosed, he said, hey, I want to meet this kid, second time I want to have dinner with him. So we went up to this nice place called the Chart House over by OHSU, and it was just really private, there wasn't any paparazzi or anything. And so we just had a really nice dinner.
That's really cool.